I'll make this one a little bit quick, but this is a story that has kind of been floated around the Steelers world, the NFL world, that the Pittsburgh Steelers, despite 10 touchdowns from Justin Fields, and despite him taking care of the ball, at least throwing the football, they're going to sit the guy. 10 touchdowns on the year, 1 interception, and they're going to sit Justin Fields in favor of Russell Wilson. This is one of those Tomlinisms that I just cannot stand when it comes to Mike Tomlin. He's on record saying before, he's not really in favor of guys losing their spots due to injuries. And Russell Wilson was the quarterback one coming into the season, which was just crazy to me. Because I saw Justin Fields, and I have been a proponent of Justin Fields is not a capable starting quarterback in the NFL. He's not a top 20 guy in the NFL. But there are versions of Justin Fields that you can use. And putting him on the Steelers, it did make sense. This is a team that lacks offensive firepower. Najee Harris, aside from last week, is less than ideal. George Pickens is always pouting. And outside of Pickens, who is it? Roman Wilson? Who are you throwing out there? Pat Freiermuth? It's a lackluster offense that has a deficiency in talent. So I got the Justin Fields thing. Not to mention the offensive line is brutally bad. He has the escapability. Yeah, does he do stuff that's insane? Of course. And do I think the Steelers can win even a singular playoff game with Justin Fields at quarterback? Not really. But I feel much better about the Steelers' chances to be a frisky playoff team or to be a viable regular season team with Justin Fields at the helm and not Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson is just beyond cooked. And I would assume his leash with the Steelers is going to be really short given what Justin Fields brought to the table. This is not to say that Justin Fields has been awesome. It's not to say that Justin Fields has even been good. He's been fine. And he's been a step up to what Kenny Pickett was for years or Mitchell Trubisky was for years. But Justin Fields adds an element to this offense that you just can't replicate. He's basically a wide receiver playing quarterback. It's not super accurate, doesn't throw the deep ball particularly well. But if guys are open, he'll hit them. And he allows guys to get open because teams are so afraid of the quarterback scramble with Justin Fields. So if Fields takes a step to the right, those cornerbacks are creeping. If he takes a step to the left, those linebackers are creeping. What is Russell Wilson at? Yes, Russell Wilson is a little bit more accurate. A little bit. But at this stage in his career, doesn't throw the deep ball like he used to. It is not exactly the precise thrower that he used to. And he doesn't have his legs anymore. Outside of a little bit better accuracy, what does Russell Wilson add to this offense? Doesn't add talent. His undersized frame is starting to come bite him in the butt, given the fact that he doesn't have his legs anymore. He doesn't have his deep ball. I don't get it with Mike Tomlin. You have a Steelers team that is overachieving on the year, 4-2. Justin Fields has 10 touchdowns to 1 interception, and you stop starting him? I understand the guy's got 4 fumbles, but he hasn't lost any. This is the roller coaster experience of Justin Fields. He's going to do this, and then the very next play he's going to take a nosedive. He's going to do this, and the very next play throw a horrendous interception. This team needs talent, and they need athleticism. Russell Wilson doesn't add either of that. Marginally better arm talent in terms of accuracy. But outside of that, he's smaller, doesn't have his legs, can't throw the picture-perfect deep ball that he used to throw. He's a dink-and-dunk quarterback. Justin Fields allows you to get cheap touchdowns with his running ability and his ability to trick linebackers and cornerbacks to bite and hit guys over the top with the deep ball. Russell Wilson doesn't add that. I expect Russell Wilson to get eaten alive as a starting quarterback. And I suspect that we will see Justin Fields at quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers once again at some point. But why do it now? With an opponent in the Jets that I could see you beating. If Justin Fields is on the field against the Jets, I'm taking the Steelers. because I believe of the competency of the Pittsburgh Steelers than I do the competency of the Jets, who have no competency. I just don't understand the idea of going after Russell Wilson when you have Justin Fields right there. This also shoots his confidence. Justin Fields, for his standards, was playing pretty well for Justin Fields' standards. 10 touchdowns, taking care of the football, hasn't lost a fumble, threw one bad pick, and he's putting them in positions to succeed and to win. Seriously, were the Steelers getting too far away from 500 that Mike Tomlin was just like, all right, this is getting a little too out of control. We're a 9-8 team. We're an 8-9 team. We're not a 12-5 team. Well, come on now. Let's be smart here. Russell Wilson doesn't add anything to this offense. This offense is lacking a deficiency in talent. They're deficient in talent. They're deficient in athleticism. I mean, outside of George Pickens, who's always upset, and Pat Freiermuth, who's been injured this year, what do they have? Justin Fields adds an element to this team of athleticism and of talent and the ability to score cheap touchdowns over the top. Russell Wilson can barely hit guys 5 yards past the line of scrimmage. I get Mike Tomlin is of this belief that you shouldn't lose your starting job because you're injured. But come on, man, it's 2024, and if guys are producing, you can't pull them out. I like the odds of the Steelers because of their competency and their talent to beat the Jets on Sunday with Justin Fields at the helm. As soon as you insert Russell Wilson into that, I am so far running the other direction, I just don't get it. It's one of the Mike Tomlinisms that I will never understand. Go with Justin Fields. Go with the better, more athletic, and at this point in his career, more talented quarterback. Justin Fields over Russell Wilson. It really shouldn't be this hard.